is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading. A reading from the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 12, verses 4 to 7 and 11 to 16. Brothers and sisters, in your struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding blood. You have also forgotten the exhortation addressed to you as children. My son, do not disdain the discipline of the Lord, or lose heart when reproved by him. For whom the Lord loves, he disciplines. He scourges every son he acknowledges. Endure your trials as discipline. God treats you as his sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? At the time, all discipline seems a cause not for joy, but for pain. Yet later, it brings the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who are trained by it. So strengthen your drooping hands and your weak knees. Make straight paths for your feet, that what is lame may not be dislocated but healed. Strive for peace with everyone, and for that holiness without which no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one be deprived of the grace of God, that no bitter root spring up and cause trouble, through which many may become defiled. The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Mark. Jesus departed from there and came to his native place, accompanied by his disciples. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished. They said, "Where did this man get all this? What kind of wisdom has been given him? What mighty deeds are wrought by his hands? Is he not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and the brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his native place, and among his own king and his own house." So he was not able to perform any mighty deed there, apart from curing a few sick people by laying his hands on them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. The Gospel of the Lord.
My dear brothers and sisters, and my dear children, Jesus was with his own people, and the people knew who Jesus was from his childhood and regarded him as their own. And the people of Nazareth recognized Jesus, and they recognized his wisdom also. And also they accepted his deeds of power. Yet we find that Jesus is rejected there. People, as you read in the Gospel, it's very clear. They took offense at him. And they said that Jesus is scandalizing. So there was a stumbling block to Jesus to perform the miracles or to preach the good news. And as the Gospel reads, we see that Jesus could do no deeds of power there, except that he just kept his hands on the heads of some people who were sick. He did no miracles there, dear brothers and sisters. Here I would like to take your attention to one of a great picture that we see, the picture drawn by one Holman Hunt's a painting which is there at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, where Jesus, the Good Shepherd, knocking on a door without a latch. And what is the meaning there, dear brothers and sisters? With God, God will not enter our hearts forcibly, dear brothers and sisters. Decision to admit Him into our hearts is our own decision. He will not force us at any moment, in any way, dear brothers and sisters. We have to take the decision whether to accept Jesus or to reject Him, which means here on earth, at this very moment, you can decide whether you are to be with Jesus or without Jesus. And it's at this very moment where we experience the heaven and also the hell. If we accept Jesus, if we are in union with Jesus, then we experience the serenity and the power of heavenly powers within us. And if we take the decision to be without Him, then it's there where we really experience the hell, dear brothers and sisters. So we have to accept Jesus. He is there in us. He is ready to enter our hearts. But He has given us the full freedom whether to accept Him or not. Here the people did not accept Him. For some people, Jesus was scandalizing. They took offense at Him. So in the same way, there can be negativity within us, and sometimes even cynicism that can be within us, dear brothers and sisters, accepting Jesus. So as Christians, we have a duty to pray, to reflect, and to accept Jesus into our lives. Then there we really will feel the power of His Spirit working in us. May God bless you to all of you.